evening, friends. Well, it probably is where you are. Where I'm not, it's not. It's not evening, but that's just what this is. So, I got lots of good songs for you. Mesmerize Monday. That's what you're tuned into on Maledicta Radio. Um, got lots and lots of really good tracks for you. I promised you an extended show this week, and extended it is. And even though it's late, it's on. So, we're going to start just by reading through all of the things you're going to hear. Might give you a little bit of information here and there about what these recordings mean to me, like, before we really get into things. Yeah, you know what it is. Usually, in this first segment, I just read through what we're going to hear, and then in the middle segments, you hear more detailed information about what you just heard or what you're about to hear. Anyway, that's what's going to go here too. So, I'll read you off of what we're going to hear today and the 22 best tracks. Well, yeah, 22, I think. 20? Yeah, 20. 20 best tracks for the last 2 weeks. So, we've got a track right up top by Void Shade. This came out 9 days ago called Ride or Die. And then a track by Ein Music and Soli called We Talk About Dreams. This is a fantastic house track. Came out 9 days ago. New Julia Bondar, It Was Just a Fantasy. This was just out 2 days ago, but oh, the modular synth magic, you'll love it. It's on the video. And you'll get to see the video in this setup here if you're watching. And then Jute and Plume. I hope I'm saying that right. You just never know with any Wave or Witch House names, you just never know. Could be just Juge. I don't know. Jute and Plume with Phantom. This came out 10 days ago. Acro with Memory MP3, and that's 7 days ago that this came out. All of these are brand new, so hot off the presses that they're just days old, so only up to 2 weeks old on this show, because I try to keep it current. But I've been sick, so I figured I would do just an extended show here to catch up with where I've been and do 20 this week, 20 next week, and then, that makes up for the week I didn't put up a show. Yeah. So then you're going to be hearing from ALND Alland with Sleep, and that was posted 5 days ago. Akalora with London, and Baby Jane with the song Death Wish. This is just 3 days old. Rudes with Afterglow, 6 days old. A track by Kinan Godewon called, what is that called? Kernschmelz? I think. Anyway, it's fantastic. You gotta hear this track. It reminds me very much of Public Memory, and this was posted 11 days ago. And then you'll be hearing from me on the mic again. I will read you out some more details on these tracks. After I'm on the mic, you'll be hearing from Valiant with Hold, and this is 8 days old. Moravi with, let me see if I can read this right. I can usually handle some Slavic, but I think is that Bola? Bora. Bola, Bora, Popa. That's my guess. Anyway, I had to look it up, because you know what? I can read the Slavic alphabet, but I'm only 70% right, like 70% of the time, so. So, Moravi with, I think, Bola. And then, Umet Ozian. Umet Özkan? It's Turkish. Umet Özkan, I think, with a song called Yima. This seriously made me cry. I watched this video, I watched the words, and it made me cry. It's a beautiful video. You're gonna love it. It's maybe outside of the usual reach of this show, but trust me, it's worth it. And then Amanade with Tianora with Kori. This is a track that is in the Greek language from 4 days ago. Both of these are from 4 days ago. They're both absolutely gorgeous. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. They're amazing. And then a new track from Damat called Go Fast came out 7 days ago. Very impressed with Damat. Damat, I think. You know what? I never know if I'm saying anything right. Anybody who comes to correct me, I'm just like, my friend, thank you for doing that. All right, and then Homeomorphic with Night Flyer. This just came out a day ago. Fantastic track song on Tall Dragon, and stuck it in the list because I was like, oh, that just goes there so well. And then Talking to Myself by band Music Producer. Hello, Maledicta. I call almost everything a band because I do Shoegaze Wednesday and I do Metal Tuesdays, and I work with bands all the time, but I'm usually working with music producers when I'm doing electronic music. I always have to remind myself of that most electronic producers are just one person doing it. It's not a group of people usually. I mean, there are exceptions, but Hummus with Talking to Myself. This is the oldest track in the list. This is actually 3 weeks old, but it's a stellar track. You're gonna love it. And then Scullius with Wishing Wells. This came out 2 days ago. And you'll be hearing from me on the mic after that. I'll be telling you about the last 3 songs of the set, which, oh my god, these songs. They all come from one album. It's by a artist by the name of Falters. And Falters and Henry is Dead. Fantastic artist, fantastic wave artist who I've been acquainted with for some time. In person, well, not in person, over email and over messaging via Twitter, and homies with homies, fun times. Heart Contusion with Henry is Dead from Falters, and then Vacant Clouds and Enchanted Illusion. If I'm not mistaken, this takes a piece from a song that I think is really interesting by The Who, and really, really does things that are fantastic with it. And all of these are my favorite 3 songs off their newest album. I thought I'd end the show out that way because I swear this has got to be one of my albums of the year. I haven't been so excited about a full album of wave or witch house music in some time. Probably since it's usually restricted to I don't know, Teaching and Trips and Alicorn and Quaalude. But when I first heard it, when I was listening to it, I was like, I was telling my boyfriend, you gotta hear this. This is a great album. It's very calming, very ethereal, and very good in headphones. And I think you should hear it. It reminds me of the way I reacted to Seeds. It's not a similar album at all, but the same way when I was super excited over the Quaalude album Seeds. I feel like I'm excited over this album, much that same way. Anyway, and that's one of my favorite albums ever. So, that's the songs you'll be hearing today on Mesmerize Monday. Thank you for tuning in to the Wave, Witch House, Electronic, etc. show. And let's go take a dip in the wave pool, huh?